Y'all, what are we even talking about on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Like, let's get on with it. They dragging out these storylines as usual. But we gonna talk about the episode. Welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. It's Saturday night, so y'all know, of course, we gotta talk about owns Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 8, episode 5. Um, Waiting to Ex-Wife was the title. Before we get into it, please, y'all, do not hesitate to hit that thumbs up button for me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you watch it all the way through, please. Subscribe to the channel. Continue to support this growing channel over here. Share the video where you like to share your content. And comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. Like I said, for me, it was giving nothing. I mean, Trisha knew Martell. We saw that in the previews. I already knew Tisha was going to let Trisha train her. And Trisha going to train Tisha because that's money. Like, it wasn't nothing new. Moses' destiny. Child, who cares? Anyway, let's get into it, though. So the episode basically picks up where they left off with Moses and Destiny having their sit down talk, and Destiny basically told Moses, like, you know what, you wasn't the man you was supposed to be. You was a liar, you was a cheater, you deceiver, a heartbreaker. He tried to say that me and my wife had your best interest in hand. She was like, no, because if y'all did, you wouldn't have done what you did. You thought you had my best interest. Like, what are you saying? Destiny said, well, Moses was saying Destiny wasn't being there for him in the way she should have. She was too busy. Everything was coming before him. And then she didn't come in April for his birthday. I'm dying to know what day in April is his birthday. Anyway, so she was like, what are you talking about? I came to see you every other weekend, 8 months straight. And he was like, no, everything was too, but you was too busy. Everything came before me. Everything came before me. And she's like, okay, well, I had to work and feed me and my child, keep a roof over our head. Like, that was priority for me. Something you said you was gonna do, but then you didn't do it. Child. Well, girl, you wasn't married to him, so I don't know why you was expecting all that. Anyway, so he tried to say, she was like, and then when I asked you to come down here to Huntsville, because I was like, well, why he didn't come down to Huntsville or wherever the hell Destiny was living? And then she said it would be a problem with him coming down there. He tried to say he paid for the trips for her to go to St. Louis. I doubt he paid for them trips, if I'm honest. Um, Destiny again was like, you just wanted, me to court you or do stuff for you. And then Destiny was like, yeah. And then you named your business after our baby or my baby, whatever she said, because she was like law. And then he's like, no, the thing is called justice. And she's like, that's the name of the baby we were supposed to have. And so Destiny was talking about, Moses is still like, whatever, whatever. And so Destiny is like, you know what, you and your wife, y'all can go on, y'all can be happy together. Destiny's like, you said you was gonna do this, but you are not being the man you said you're gonna be. I'm glad I made my decision to leave. Moses like, he decision was made. um, Destiny also says, that Moses love bombed her in the beginning and was trying to get her pregnant. See, I don't trust no man. You gotta be careful with them love bombers. You gotta be careful with the ones that are like, oh, I want to marry you and I want you to have my baby, and they barely know you. No. I don't like when men say that. Don't lie to me. I don't want to hear that you want to get me pregnant for what? For what? No, I don't trust men that do all that. That was red flag, Destiny. I don't care how good of friends y'all was. Anyway, so she told him, you and your wife can go and have a, happy life together. Y'all should have told me from the beginning. It is what it is. She's like, you're dismissed. You're dismissed. And then he's like, no, you dismissed. You dismissed. And then she was like, yeah, you wanted to be my girlfriend. So he walked away. And I believe that's exactly what it was. Moses wanted to be a kept man. Okay. Moses definitely wants to be a kept man. Okay. And he gonna be kept with Sonny because she got money. Okay. Now let's go to Moses and to Sonny so we can get their whole storyline over with. So somewhere later in the episode, Moses went over to Sonny. Looked like they was in a hotel lobby, not a house. And he went and told her what happened with the meetup. Now, Sonny's hair wasn't as far back on her forehead as it typically is. So I was pleased with that. So Sonny was like, first of all, what was she wearing? What was she wearing? So then he was like, I don't know if it was a dress or shorts or whatever. I remember what she was wearing. Maybe it was a romper. I don't know. He's like, I don't really know. I'm a man. I don't know. And then she was like, did she have, she's like, she had her makeup on, her hair did, I guess. And then she was like, did she have on heels? And he's like, oh yeah, she had on some heels. She's like, oh, so she came in heels, huh? I was like, girl, what's it matter to you? So Moses is telling her everything that was said, and Sunny again is denying their friendship and saying that she couldn't even tell you 5 things about me. She don't know my friends, blah 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 blah. I don't need no new friends. She even was in a confessional talking about she don't need friends, and Destiny was blurring the lines of professionalism, and of course she had to talk to Destiny and get information and all that. And I'm like, no, Sunny, you blurred the lines of professionalism. If anybody blurring the lines, girl, it's you. So Sunny is saying, because Moses is saying how, she said she flew to St. Louis and all that, and he's not healed and all that. And she was like, okay, she gonna say you're not healed, but she claims she just went through this difficult marriage. Like, why are you getting into a relationship with somebody? And we didn't get to know everything that happened with the chicken man. And the next thing we know, Destiny says she dating somebody named Moses. Ah, girl. I think Destiny trusted Moses because he was her friend. And Moses said, she was like, you're supposed to be my friend. Why would you do that? Sunny said, anyway, you were Destiny was a side chick. And she was one in the roster of side chicks getting flued out, put up in hotel rooms, and then getting sent back home. First of all, that ain't true because Destiny says she's the one that was flying there, and Moses wasn't ever flying to her. But I guess, maybe that goes to go along the story. I don't know. Anyway, and if that's the case, Sunny, then where do you fit in the line? Because then you got to be one of the side chicks as well. Anyway, so Sunny's like, it don't matter. We're gonna move on together. It doesn't even matter. And Moses is like, no, I am healed. I'm trying to move forward and blah blah blah. And then he tells her how he didn't have his ring on, and she was like, oh yeah, that's convenient. And she was like, yeah, you make sure you show that ring. Oh, and she said she also should have been there because things got heated. And so she felt like she should have been there. Girl, bye. And so Sunny's like, anyway, I'm the one that won. And all the women that didn't get chosen, I'm the one that won. Girl, what did you win? What exactly did you win? Anyway, hold on, y'all. Okay. Child, my sister-in-law asked me to babysit at the last minute. Okay, now I'm tired. I was about to go to bed, but now I'm gonna have a baby here. Child, pray for me. Pray for me, y'all. Anyway, no, it's gonna be all right though. I just pray she sleep through the night. Okay. Ooh, Lord, let her sleep. Let her sleep. So anyway, we gonna see how that go. But I'm excited because I haven't seen my niece in a long time. So anywho, Sunny thinks she got. I said on Twitter, let Sunny think she got her prize and she won something. Girl, you old pick me. Go on. You won a prize, girl. Go on. You won a prize. Anyway, moving on from them. Tricha and Tisha finally meet up at the gym. So Tricia is trying to train Tisha. And I thought Tisha was working out last season. I don't know what happened, but Tisha don't look bad. And so Tisha says she's trying to get her body together. Now Tricia already changed Destiny. And so Tisha, all them T names, child, said, Destiny be looking good. So, I said, I'm coming to you. And Destiny said, what's her name? Tricia be killing her. So they're just catching up. Well, first she was making her do all the moves and all that. Then they were catching up, and looked like Letitia was really working out though, not like last week when everybody was fake working out. So Tisha's like, okay, I know some people. I guess Trisha went to school with Martell or Martell's brother, but she knows the brother better. Tisha apparently only knew Martell from like college, from A&M, and she would hear. I guess the brother was the bad one and Martell was supposed to be the good one, but Trisha's like, girl, I don't know about that. Anyway, so they were talking and she was, oh, we should have a group workout session according to Tisha, and you can meet all the couples, Kimmy, Maurice, and she's like, oh, Miss Nell. So Trisha said Miss Nell's like her people's on her mom's side. They might be related some kind of way, but she don't really know because she's the younger generation. And so she was like, okay, well, I hope you don't get loud and get in people's face like Miss Nell do. I said, you tried it, Tisha. So anyway, she's like, no, I ain't going to do that. She ain't going to get loud in my face. So Tisha also asked her about Stormi. Of course, Trisha knows Stormi. And then they talk about the whole thing of because Tisha made a joke saying, I'm about to get a new trainer. And Trisha's like, yeah, I wasn't sure. I told her I'm going to fill you out, but you seem like the sweetest person, beautiful face. And she's like, well, I got to get to know the inside. And so they agreed, like, it's cool, whatever. And Tisha said, I'm going to let the girl train me because, we're not going to be not training somebody because of Stormi. That's stupid. So anyway, but they seem to hit it off. They seem to be fine. I don't anticipate an issue, but we'll see because you know how these things go, y'all. So Tricia gonna train Tisha. Good for her. Now let's get over to Mel. So Mel is having one of her good old pajama parties, but this time it's in pink, and nobody from the cast is there. It's all her real friends. And you know what? I'm not mad at this because I don't need Mel to fake the funk with Tisha and them. If you not really their friend like that, that's fine. It's fine. So she had her friend there that was at the name change ceremony. What's her name? Chantel or Chanel or something like that. Kind of a loudmouth lady, but she cool. So Mel had it all decorated. Now I was looking at how Mel had it decorated, and I like the pink pajama theme and the decorations. I was like, okay, I need to do that. That was very cute, Mel. I had to give you a props on that one. Mel had that 28-piece hair in. I'm just ready to leave that back in 2018, but it's fine. Anyway, they were sitting down and Mel said, I like to take care of myself, have self-care. So I want you guys to be pampered as well. So they basically was just playing with all male skincare stuff and doing product placement is what it was, but it was cute. And so they were talking about how they're going to be going to Africa and doing some charity work there, doing some kind of project, and they're going to take the skincare products there. And Mel says she's happy to do the charity work. And Chantel was saying, when you're going through things, sometimes it's good to figure out another purpose to do something. So that's why they're doing that. So then Chantel said David could maybe possibly find a man for Mel down in Africa. So I guess Chantel was sending Mel some men, but there was one with a missing side tooth, which is a no-no. Then she was like, there's one that Mel didn't like the pants of the guy. He looked like an old uncle, great uncle. And she was like, I need somebody with some swag. Chantel's like, what about the African? What about the African? And the way they kept saying it was kind of weird. But anyway, so I guess they were saying Mel's being too picky. And Mel was saying, like, it feels like I'm being too picky. It's like, maybe I'm just not ready. And so then they moved on somewhere else and they were having, cocktails. And Chantel's like, we drinking, we got to share. Girls talk and drink, whatever. She said, me and you are real friends. And I don't follow that social media stuff. And we don't talk about that because we real friends. But I thought this was a good time to talk about it. I'm like, girl, you didn't talk about all the stuff we didn't see on the show. Like, I don't need all this exaggerated I'm Mel's real friend stuff. Like, we know. It's fine, girl. we know. Anyway, I just felt like she was doing a bit much for the camera, which she was. So she talked about, because Mel had mentioned, she don't want to bring another guy around because her ex is unhinged and she want to protect that person as well as herself, which I totally get. And she brought up the whole scene when Martell had brought a camera to film Mel on a date with somebody else. So the friend Chantel was like, oh, I don't even remember that. I didn't even know about he was doing that. I was like, girl, yes, you did. I promise you did. So anyway, she was like, you know what? It's time for you to, protect your peace and, get out of those spaces of being hurt and not even put yourself at those places anymore. So you're not going back to that hurt. And Mel said in her confessional, like, it's been 3 years since she got a divorce from this person. However, and she even did a name changing ceremony, but she's still dealing with the toxicity of the situation. And she definitely is. And so the friend would say basically like, maybe you need to not put yourself at the table. Like that person that's causing the hurt or whatever's going to be there, you need not put yourself in that situation. And she also said, do you feel like other people around you are, stopping your healing? And Mel said she definitely feels that way. And so the friend was saying like, yeah, maybe your friends, they're going to have to basically like pick a side. And Mel said in her confessional, she feels like her married friends need to like kind of get with it and they need to, either they for her or they against her. So I get what she's saying. Now, can they be forced to pick a side? In my opinion, no. I mean, as much as we don't like Martell and we sure never don't, like some of them do have really, friendships or relationships, whatever you want to call it, with Martell. So that's kind of unfair to say they have to pick a side. Now, right is right, is wrong is wrong. So I definitely think they need to stand on the side of right and not support Martell's BS. You could be, a friend to him, but call him out on his BS, right? And I think that's what Marceau and Maurice and Chris Fletcher were kind of trying to do, but I don't think they got through to him. I think what's going to relieve us of the toxicity for Mel and this whole situation of other people adding to the toxicity and all that is Martell leaving the show. That's what's going to, that's the only way we're going to move forward for real, if Martell is removed from this show. And I just don't see Carlos King, even after everything Martell has done wrong, I do not see him removing him from this show because it's a storyline, because it's drama. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Do y'all think Martell needs to be released from this show? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of Martell, so Martell goes to meet up with Trish and Stormi. So that he goes to Stormi's house. Stormi has all these rose petals. Stormi is planning a lovers and friends ball to debut her new oil. I guess it's like a body oil or something. So she wanted, she already wanted Trish to be there because Trish got the body. And so she said she wanted, nice male bodies there. So she called out to Martell. So Martell introduced himself to Trish, and Trish was tripping like, what the hell? I already know him. And so then Stormi's like, y'all met before, right? Because y'all both, they're from Huntsville. And so they're like, Trish is like, yeah, I've met him before. She's like, how's your brother? Is his name Martez or something like that? And so he was like, you know my brother? And he's like, oh, okay, wow. She's like, am I tripping? She's like, come on, Martell. And I was like, Martell, can you not? If you know the lady, it's fine. Like, ugh. So Martell playing like he don't know the lady, but he know the lady. And now Trish says she did know the brother more, right? And so it was just like a weird story. It's like, what's going on? So, Stormi explains the event she's going to have, how she's going to have all these models, people twirling in the air, doing all this stuff. I'm very excited to see how Stormi's event turns out. I'm very excited to see that. I'm assuming that's going to be probably one of the major scenes from the show. I'm hoping, because it sounds very extravagant. And I feel like Stormi's going to really bring, the opulence that we are missing right now. So I'm ready for that scene. Anyway, she wants Trish, to be in some booty shorts or something. Martell said, I'm flattered you asked me. And Martell's worried because he hasn't really been in the gym like that. And so he said, people expect to see him, on point. So he don't want to let everybody down. So he got to get back in the gym. Now, I guess the event is like in 2 weeks. So I'm sure we will see it. And so he said he gonna get in the gym. He gonna work it out. Oh, he also brought a bottle of his Inez wine. What's going on with the wine, Martell? Are you selling the wine or not? So anyway, after, it was real weird because Stormi's like, what's going on with y'all? So Martell left. Oh, they did a group hug. They're gonna both agree to do the event. And so Stormi's like, am I missing something with y'all? So Trisha's like, I don't understand why he act like he didn't know me. Because we just saw each other a few months ago at Target. And I guess they go way back to like even when her daughter was born or something. So anyway, she's like, I don't know what's going on with that. She's telling Stormi they didn't ever do nothing or nothing like that. They didn't fool around. And she was like, well, maybe you could train Martell. And so Trish was like, I don't normally train guys, but I'll do it for you. And she's like, well, yeah, maybe you use that time to see why he act like he didn't know you. I don't think Trish, I don't have a problem with women training men or men training women. I don't think she should train Martell. Like maybe have her husband train Martell or the two of them together train Martell because Martell can't be trusted. That's my only thing with that. But anyway, we're going to see. Okay. And then the final scene is when Trish is at home with Ken, and I guess it's Trisha's birthday. And he decided to, do a little surprise for her. Now he said he gonna, surprise her with a fancy dinner. It was very much something he ordered. You can see the little ordered plates. And he got her big bouquet of flowers, and he got her a watch or some jewelry or something. He said he wasn't typically a good gift giver in the past, so he's trying to do better. That could have been one of the downfalls of his relationship. She talked about the whole thing with Martell, and he said he didn't like that because then, it can be insinuating, they did something, and he don't want that kind of thing out there, which I agree. The way Martell was acting was like, oh, something happened, and like Stormi says, she don't believe nothing he's saying because the way he looked, and Martell's a horrible liar. And I don't believe they did nothing. So anyway, um, Ken said he was looking for other jewelry too, talking about rings. And he said the only thing that's holding me up is that you're not divorced. And Tricha shared this with Tisha as well, which I was shocked about, that she's technically not divorced yet. And Tisha was like, girl, he ain't trying to divorce you then. In the confessional, side note, when Tisha was talking about Miss Nell, she said, Miss Nell is of the older generation, but she looks damn good. And she said she want to know the secret, but she do want to Google and see what her age is, if she's 60 plus or not. Anyway, I'm glad, she didn't fully shade her in that confessional. But we see Tisha and Miss Nell gonna get into it next week at the birthday party. Anyway, and Miss Nell does look good. So back to Ken and Trish. So Ken is like, what's going on with that? Now, Trish has shared also with Tisha that, her ex has not signed the papers. They haven't even been in communication, which is weird because they share 2 kids together. Trish said, the whole thing of getting remarried does scare her. And when they talk about it, it does scare her. And so he's like, okay, are you not wanting to do this? Is that not your ultimate plan? So she like hemming and hawing. And that's pretty much where the episode ended. I'm enjoying getting this new couple and their stuff. But again, like, let's just move on. Let's get some new stuff happening. I'm not entertained. I'm not laughing during any scenes. And, sometimes Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'd be cracking up because it would just be foolishness. But there's nothing happening. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Yes, I do know I have not given y'all a Never Ever Met's video. It was not happening last night. I'm sorry. I probably will do it tomorrow, though. Okay. I will do Never Ever Met's tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And again, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all soon.